Action for the game between Liverpool and Nottingham Forest. Let's join the 31,000 people there and commentator Barry Davis.
Michael Robinson, signed from Brighton and Hove Albion for 250,000, is the only one of Joe Fagan's new boys making a home debut. So the team is unchanged from last Wednesday, when victory at Norwich brought their first win in 10 matches. That's running last season into this. It's been an interesting week for Nottingham Forest. They took on and beat the cup holders, Manchester United, on Monday, and now with an unchanged side, they take on the league champions. That gives an indication of the conditions. The trees just outside the ground at Anfield. And it's Gary Birtles who will get the match underway, with Nottingham Forest attacking the goal to our right. Forest in their change strip of yellow. First field of the ball for Hans van Breukelen. Kenny Dalglish. Beautiful turn around Steve Hodge and a nice nutmeg. Showing rare form at the start. Davenport. Bowyer. Good blocking by Lee. Dalglish. Johnston. 8 Forest players back. Even when he makes a mistake, he recovers to do something useful. And he's already come up with so many pearls. Johnston. Kennedy. Souness. Off Anderson. It's a corner. He loves to strike them from the edge of the box like that. Neil. Lee. 7 Liverpool players in attacking positions. Good play by Johnston. Dalglish. Souness. Either foot, it doesn't matter. And Johnston, it was an interesting choice, picking out the far man. And the little nod enabled another crack to come from Graham Souness. Played by Todd. Goalkeeper didn't really help him too much. Swain. Todd. And the wind changing direction so frequently, now very much in Liverpool's favour. And here's Rush. Anderson. Good clearance. Ball was quite superbly watched then by Anderson. No panic of any sort. Joe Fagan sitting in the director's box for the first time in over 20 years at Anfield. Got a bit kindly for Hansen. Souness. Swain. Given the handball, but it's been turned on. Souness. Hansen. And Wallace taking advantage of the misunderstanding. Kennedy got back well. And it ended with Wallace and Birtles on the deck. Wallace, and here's Davenport with a real chance. Well, an extraordinary piece of play involving Wallace, who was up, down, and in the end played a really good ball through to Peter Davenport, who was prepared to hit it on the full. But sadly for him, it went wide. And the way Forest are playing, they won't get too many chances in the match. And that's one that's got away. Rush running on, but the angle is against him. And the challenge was strong and effective by Hart. And we come to the end of what became an increasingly frustrating half for Liverpool, who had so much possession but never forced Van Breukelen into action. The 8 men in front of the Dutch goalkeeper of Nottingham Forest protecting him extremely well. So it's a story not unknown in these matches involving Nottingham Forest, who've often come here to defend. But at least the former manager, Bob Paisley, will not be sharing the frustration, because he's already on his way to Denmark to spy on Liverpool's European Cup opponents. He had to get the earlier plane in order to see the match tomorrow, but before leaving he was able to pop into the ground to collect the Manager of the Year award, the 6th time he had received the trophy, and he was given a tumultuous welcome. With the daunting task of having to follow Bob Paisley, Joe Fagan has completed his first half-time talk at Anfield, and his side now attack the Kop end in the second half. Here's Lee. Souness. Dalglish. Good claim. Good appeal for handball, and it has been given. Appeal for handball by Paul Hart, and the referee has answered in the affirmative. A penalty it will be. There was a great shout from the crowd. The referee is being invited by Ian Bowyer, the captain of Nottingham Forest, to consult the linesman. But Mr. Lovett, who initially seemed to be adamant, decides he will consult the linesman, but I doubt if the linesman was in a particularly good position to see. Through no fault of his own, Hart was facing this way. But the decision is offside. The start of the attack, offside before. And so, in the end, Forest, if you like, escape. This is really promising here for Forest if Davenport plays it right. They have a man over. Hodge. Well, it was a fine break by Anderson, which Davenport rather held up by not releasing the ball quickly to the near side. It's always easier to play those attacks, or indeed any attacks, when you're high in the stand. And 2/3 of the match have gone. And it's still 0-0. That's useful, but it's going wide, and it stays out. How could it have got away? He's done it so many times from that sort of angle, and it's gone in. But this time, having been superbly fouled by Souness, the ball refused to duck inside the far post, and the follow-up was to no avail. Bertels, halfway through the second half. Rush. Dalglish, but Robinson hadn't run on. And Dalglish was expecting him to make the diagonal run. Oh, that could be a disaster! Saved by the crossbar. Great turn. But he won't get anything. And Hansen's back pass towards an empty goal but there was enough bounce on the ball for the crossbar to save Liverpool, Grobbelaar and Hansen. And I don't really think you can blame Grobbelaar for that, because Hansen did not look. Hansen can breathe again. Rush, well taken, penalty. Tripped by Todd. And the pace of Rush was enough to produce the verdict. He was a bit sharper than Todd could have believed. And the ball just went away, and Todd made contact with the foot, to the despair of Brian Clough and colleagues on the bench. And Joe Fagan's side had the chance on the penalty spot that it seemed they were going to get in the first minute of this half. Phil Neal to take, 6 times successful last season. And it's saved with his Johnston and turned away by Hart. And all we get from the manager is a puff of the cigarette. Well, he's following Bob Paisley in one thing. He doesn't show great animation. Kennedy. Screwed off the side of his boot. Lee. Neal. Neal. Johnston. Souness. Nippy Hodge again. Grobbelaar enjoying himself. There's no great rush for him to get back. Here's Douglas. Robinson waiting for his moment, which didn't come. Neal. Johnston. Where is the way through? Neal. Davenport. If he can collect that, Liverpool will have to hurry, which they do. Birtles comes and then goes away. Here's Wallace, here's Birtles. And it was a missed kick by Birtles, by Wallace rather, and Birtles flipping it over. And Robinson is replaced in his home debut. And the man he was keeping out of the side, Dave Hodgson. In the crowd, 31,276, which is up on last season, when this fixture produced the worst crowd at Anfield of the season. Straight on, by Dalglish to Rush, and it's in at last. passes of such simplicity to produce a goal. Kennedy clear with his right foot at one end to Dalglish in the middle, who flicked it on first time to Ian Rush, who finished in the style that he was using all last season and has carried into this. So with just 6 minutes of the match remaining, Liverpool at last have a goal. And the name of Ian Rush echoes around Anfield. He looks as though he's going to start his home career with a victory. Gets a second chance. Dalglish. And he will know better than anybody that he should have got one on target. Corbelar says it's mine. And our righty is judged to a nicety. Dalglish. Walsh. Davenport, who was missed in the first half, now has added importance. Wallace. The referee gets a check from both linesmen. Hart. And Liverpool and Joe Fagan start their home campaign with a victory. It was a long time in coming. The one goal scored by Ian Rush, from an immediate flick on by Kenny Dalglish to a clearance by Kennedy. Liverpool 1, Nottingham Forest 0.
Ominous signs of Liverpool reawakening in that game. They seem to have restored some stability to their defence, but still have uncharacteristic finishing nerves. Manager Joe Fagan, 2 wins in a row, and he's first at Anfield.